Hello and welcome to the 2023 preview show. That was a fantastic start, where we're going to be announcing new regular championship coverage and more in Live for Speed. So thank you everyone for joining us. We've got a packed commentary box tonight. We've got a lot of people who are going to talk to us about the action we've previously shown in 2022, as well as all the stuff we've got coming up on our channel this year. I've already started off by getting the year wrong. We are still in 2022, but we're going to be talking about everything that's coming up in 2023. Let's start off with, what have we got first up on our long list of things we're going to be talking about this evening? First of all, we're going to be talking about the year we've just had and what a year it was. It was a little bit of a quieter year for sim racing on the whole, of course, with many people returning to their normal daily activities. But we still managed to broadcast 70 streams in total, on air for 126 hours. We broadcast 64 broadcasts in Live for Speed and 6 in iRacing. The most popular event of the year in LFS was, of course, the Argentina Turismo 6 hours of Kyoto. We also broadcast the 6 hours of Aston. But the 6 hours of Kyoto was the event that got the most attention on our broadcast. And big thanks to the Argentina Turismo team for all of their effort in putting that together for us, and indeed the community. It saw the introduction of the Prototype 2 mod, which we put to the test for 6 hours around KY3. And joining me in the commentary box now, it's Andy Alston, who's going to talk to us about his involvement in the SMRC this year, which has grown. We covered, Andy, the esports, the SMRC Esports Winter Cup, both the 2021 and 2022 seasons. Tell us about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Our partnership with the Scottish Motor Racing Club continues to grow. We just finished broadcasting their latest Winter Cup a few weeks ago, where drivers from real world championships in Scotland go wheel to wheel with lots of fast sim racers. The great thing about this championship is we're seeing drivers make the switch from virtual to reality and going on to compete in Scottish events as well, which is really good to see. It's a great series to be part of. Of course, we're always happy to broadcast events on iRacing, from one-off races to championships across the year, and our Scottish Motor Racing Club partnership is producing some really good action out there on track.
Yeah, so we broadcast the end of the 2021 season, which was won by Fraser Williamson, and then again in 2022 he managed to do the double. And Andy, it's really great to see that Knockhill was brought to the sim, which is why we ended up running the Winter Cup. But it was good to see it again, along with another couple of tracks for the 2022 running. We're hoping the SMRC will continue to run the Cup in 2022, but obviously your involvement at Knockhill is going to increase as well, because I believe you're going to be involved in the real world broadcast again in 2022.
Yes, it's there's been lots of good stuff going on at the Scottish Motor Racing Club, and I think having the Knockhill scan on iRacing as well has been really popular. It's been really well received. It's produced some great action out there on the iRacing platform as well. There's lots going on in the world of motorsport, and lots of good opportunities to get involved as well. And when you speak to lots of drivers who take the first steps in motorsport, lots of the times they often say, "I just wish I did it sooner." There's lots of ways you can go and get involved and take your driving tests, and then go on and just get a feel for things out there on track. Lots of drivers start with doing a track night at the local circuit and then just take things from there. But if you're interested in getting involved in Scotland, then head over to the SMRC and they'll be more than happy to help you get out there on track.
Yeah, a number of the drivers from the Live for Speed community have made the jump to real world motorsport with the SMRC over on iRacing and at the Knockhill circuit as part of the SMRC's regular real life championships, including the Scottish Mini Cooper Cup and the Citroen C1 Cup. And Andy, thanks for your time in the commentary box. It's been a pleasure this year, and hopefully we get to work together again next year.
Absolutely, thank you very much.
Cheers, Andy. Speaking of people we've worked with, we've also been working with Master Race Car extensively this year with the E-Challenge, the BF1 League, the Rallycross Championship as well. The SMRC, of course, race screen events. We broadcast Crashmas just this week, and the RTFR XL and RTFR Championship. We worked with M4EM on their 12 hours of Nürburgring, Fragmaster on the GTI Thursday and a couple of one-off races with them. Of course, Argentina Turismo, big thanks to them for putting together the two brilliant endurance races we saw this year, the 6 Hours of Kyoto and Aston, of course. New Dimension Racing have worked with a number of series this year to support them with sanctioning and also, off-track stewarding and things like that. We also did a one-off broadcast with Kasav and also with Street Obsessions to join the list of partners that we've worked with in our short history as a team together. So thank you very much to all those people. We look forward to working with more of you in the new year. So, speaking of the new year, let's get into our announcements. First of all, we will be continuing our partnership with Master Race Car, streaming the final 4 rounds of the Rallycross Championship for 2023. And in the commentary box, we are joined by Tim Ducknodder, who's going to talk us through a little bit about this championship and what to expect in the final 4 rounds of his championship.
Good evening, guys. I'm expecting a lot more action. I've got a few French rallycross drivers still joining in, and I hope to see good racing, have a lot of fun, and hope to all the watchers that they enjoy.
Absolutely, Tim. We had 1 round just this month, and we've got 4 rounds remaining. What can we expect? You've got a few more tracks that we haven't seen already, so that should be exciting too. And of course, we're using 4 of your own creations, 4 of your mods this year, and you've been on quite a journey with those. You've even got one of them officially recognised by Saab, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I had the idea to request for a license for the car, and I'm very happy they gave me one. All the other cars, the Lemon was based on a mod made by Stuklo. He made the Xara, and the Ford is my favorite car of all time, so I had to include it in the series. And then the Shanka is still the same car we ran last year, and the remaining rounds are all layouts from last year.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Tim, for joining us on the broadcast, and we look forward to continuing that series in January. It's going to be coming up pretty soon.
Thank you, Pete, and the whole team for covering the series, and I hope you have as much fun as I have with the series.
We absolutely will. Thank you, Tim. See you later. Next up, we will be renewing our coverage of both RTFR and RTFR XL for 2023, with all 32 championship rounds broadcast live. And here's the trailer. Jari Kitila joins me in the commentary box now to talk about the WCL involvement with Roni's Tuesday Fun Race in 2023. Jari, welcome along.
Thank you, Pete, and good evening all. I was planning to have it shortly, this kind of presentation of next year, as there is not much changes from sponsorship wise for this series. So we will continue the sponsorship very similar as it was last year, and so covering the extra large version of the Tuesday Fun Races and 2 seasons of this regular Roni's Tuesday Fun Races. And the reason why we, decided to do it, we found the concept working. I mean, it was a right decision to split the seasons 2, and it kind of allows to bring more racers, different racers, to compete in these seasons.
Yeah, absolutely. So RTFR is going to be continuing with the 2-season format, 2 seasons of 10 races each, and Excel with the same 1 race a month, 12 race calendar.
Right. And of course, like last year, there was this mods included, and I think there's now a plan to increase it a bit. So
yeah, not too much, but only once
Yeah.
every 2 to 3 weeks. I think it's once every 3 weeks currently, but maybe going to be pushed up to once every 2 to 3 weeks. So we might see more mods, which, to be honest, I'm a fan of, and I think Owen is too. Owen, you're here too. Do you want to say a few words on the mods that we've seen this year? It's been a great inclusion, I think.
Yeah, of course. Thank you very much, Pete and Yari. The mods from the beginning of January have been a huge shake-up in the participation and the excitement we've seen for RTFR and RTFR XL. I say the Shark at the very start at Rockingham was an absolute spectacular, and we've seen it all throughout the year. Some mods were extremely difficult and people were shied away, and others felt it was a great idea to have a bit of fun, such as the 1930s, sort of early 20th century open wheel car. That was another very interesting one around the custom layout. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased we got to see drivers put to the test, even more so in 2022. And the options, I'm sure, are limitless for 2023.
Yeah, we've got more mods. Speaking of mods, Yari, you drove in pretty much every single race this year. Tell us about how you found them, and especially in the kind of the schedule of RTFR. How did it work for you, and are you excited for more mods in 2023?
Yeah, I think it was kind of a extra spark to compete. I mean, to prepare for the races, as almost all of the mods were kind of needing a lot of more laps to kind of getting acquainted with the car, and it really kind of increased the challenge to to have good results from the races. But I liked it. Yeah.
Good stuff. And of course, we thank you again for the generous sponsorship of both of these series. We know that it sweetens everyone's time, and we look forward to seeing how it goes in 2023. It should be fun, and of course, we can't not shout out Roni as well. Roni won't join us on the broadcast until we host a certain star in a reasonably priced car feature for some reason. So we do need to shout him out. We need to thank Roni for his involvement and organisation of RTFR that continues on strongly into 2023. So thank you very much to Roni, and of course to Yari for his sponsorship.
I think Roni would have mentioned the number 300, the race of the RTFR.
I think so.
So I think it will be some kind of voting for the track and car, so it's not obvious what will be the combo there.
Yeah, but what we can guarantee is that it's going to be a pretty packed race. We know that every single historical RTFR where we've been celebrating a milestone has been pretty packed, so we can expect the 300th to be something special, and we hope that everybody can join us for that. It's going to be on February 14th, and we hope you can join us for it. Yari, Owen, thanks again for joining us in the commentary box. And we're going to be starting our RTFR journey in 2023 in just a couple of days. In fact, on Tuesday, the 3rd of January, will be the first round of RTFR for 2023. So we'll see you then.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks very much.
All right, next up on our whirlwind tour of what's coming up in 2023 in LFS, we're going to be doing GTI Thursday again, but not just for 12 rounds. Oh no, we're going to be doing one more. We're going to be doing round 1 and then the final round of every single month. We're going to broadcast up until the end of the year. So 13 rounds of FM GTI Thursday. Bragmasters GTI Thursday returns to your screens next week, and joining me in the commentary box right now is Zdravko Topolniak, who joined me for commentary for all 12 rounds last year. Zdravko, how are you doing?
Hello, I've been doing great.
Good stuff. Do you want to talk us through, a little bit of a reflection on last year's FM GTI series and the prospect of more broadcasts for next year?
Yeah, I think we had a lovely year. Plenty of racing, plenty of different winners. The concept of having a double race with reversed top part of the grid has proven to be enjoyable to watch. I think that guys racing also had plenty of fun. So yeah, looking forward to more of that.
Yeah, me too. It was a pleasure doing the commentary alongside you. I know some of the races you would prefer to have been racing, no doubt. But talk us through that. Your involvement in GTI Thursday from the other side of the camera.
It's interesting. Yeah, how to put it. It's a bit different. I think that watching other people drive, it looks a lot easier than it is, especially in GTI where you kind of have to be on the limit and on the top of your driving all the time, because the field is so close and everybody is good enough that if you don't bring your A game, you're like at the end of the grid or even outside of the grid in the races where more than 40 drivers qualify.
Absolutely. It's been a fun year, and I'm looking forward to us doing one more on top of the 12 that we were already doing anyway, which should give us a nice bookend for the series, doing the first and then 11 in the middle and the final round. So it should give us a better picture of the series as a whole, and hopefully it promotes a few more drivers. So if you are interested in driving GTIs in LFS on a Thursday, then please join FM GTI Thursday, which will be running for 51 rounds, I believe, in 2023, Zdravko?
I think it should be 52.
52, okay. I think last year was 51, but maybe one more this year, fair enough. But still, running every single week on a Thursday, so please join in for that. Zdravko, you're going to stick around in the commentary box because we're going to be talking about the Fox Endurance Special.
The Fox Endurance, yeah. This is a one-off race we'll be doing in January on 13. It's gonna be like our special race for the end of 13th season. The Fox Friday is going into 14th season at the moment. I think that's the longest standing active league in LFS, if I'm not wrong.
I think it's pretty sure bet that it's the longest running season. Before we talk about it, coverage will begin at 10 to 7 UTC on Friday, 13th of January. 100 laps of Fernbay Black. Whose idea was that, Zdravko?
It was Team's idea, I'd say. We all kind of talked about what track to pick, and I know I wanted a race long enough so that it could be strategically done with different options. It's not if it would be like only 3 hours race, it would mean that you have like 3 straight pit stops and that's it. So we're hoping for some variation in strategy and how different drivers approach the race.
Absolutely. It's going to be a packed commentary box. It's going to be. We've set aside 4 hours for it. You're going to have NDR support as well, so it's going to be all of the works thrown in. We can expect some safety cars, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'd say I kind of hope that we won't have safety cars, but if something really bad happens, we will have safety cars and virtual safety cars on our disposal.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's going to be a fantastic event. And how does everyone sign up for this one?
So the signups are through LFS Leagues page. So you just go on to you just log into our LFS.net account, find the race in the leagues tab, and sign up for the race.
Yeah, for those of you who are trying to find
yeah.
it's in season 14, round 2. I believe.
Yeah, and then we will sort the grid and sort the people that can race by looking at their PBs that they have set on the week before the race on the server. When the server will get the combo, the area will start tracking times. So we will publish the table like every day on the week, so everybody knows where they are, right?
Yeah, so PB qualifying, and you can do it solo and you can do it as part of a team, is that right?
Yeah, we accept single or double admissions, so 2 drivers can drive together in a team.
Cool stuff. Well, I can't wait for that. It's going to be fun. We do love our endurance races here. Again, it's pretty dead certain that they are our most favourite type of broadcast to do. That is no secret. So we look forward to it. Friday the 13th of January, 100 laps of Fernbay Black live here on Sim Broadcasts. Hopefully you'll be driving it, and if not, hopefully you'll be watching. So we really look forward to that. Thank you for that, Zdravko. Lots of coverage coming up for your team and your series this year.
Yeah, thank you. Looking forward to it.
Thank you again. What's next on our list? It is Master Race Cars E-Challenge, the long-awaited next season of Master Race Cars E-Challenge. And before Michael Malik comes to talk to us, here's the teaser. Michael Malik joins us now. Michael, talk us through it.
Good evening, everyone. Hope you can hear me. I'm really excited about what we got here. I was working really hard for the whole duration of the last year to bring something even better than we did at the beginning of the year. And I think nothing will speak more than the trailer we have prepared, and you will see in a small minute, I guess.
Yeah, we can watch the trailer now or whenever you want to, Michael. It's up to you, buddy.
Just drop it.
Let's have a look. That was the teaser. Here comes the trailer. Well, that was exciting. There was a lot going on in that. Talk us through the various elements that we saw in that trailer, Michael.
Yeah, there was a lot of prepared, so I made a little presentation again. This time it is only one side, so it will be somewhat faster. So this season will have 5 rounds because at the post-season survey last time people mostly asked for 5 races, so we made it 10. So we have 5 rounds, but each round is a double header, so that means that we will have 5 times 2, that's 10 races. They will be slightly shorter, about 30 minutes instead of 45 minutes like the last time. but that means that will be still a lot more racing action because there will be more on-track time. Also, another point I'm really proud about this is that all tracks will be the real-life location replicas. As you can see, we will start in Mexico City, then we will move to Berlin, which is hosted at the Tempelhof Airport. Then we will move to Singapore, which I'm really excited about, but we might use the shorter version where we will go left on the possible intersection, so we'll skip going over the bridges. Then we will return to New York, which has become the heart of the E-Challenge. And then the final 2 races in Adelaide, which I think will be quite exciting, pardon me. Then we have a new car, obviously, the E-Challenger Evo, which is a lookalike representation of the Gen 3 Formula E vehicle. It has 350 kilowatts of power. It's smaller, lighter, and faster than the Gen 2 car, so I'm really excited about how it handles and how fast it is, and I think it will bring a lot of interesting racing. We also changed the event format. Other than having 2 races, we will have also a small tweak to the qualifying. We will have a TBOC qualifying in the first part, which means that there will be a limited time and each competitor will have only 2 flying laps to set the best time. So there will be a lot of room for some tactics. And then the Q2 will be determined by the head-to-head duels. So those who are familiar with how Formula E works, it's a sort of a tournament head-to-head duel style. And people will advance based on who is faster, and that will set the grade for the first race. And the second race will be set by the finish order of the first race, but the top 10 will be reversed. Then we will have some new tactical elements. As you can see from the trailer, there will be some speed boosts, which I will tell a bit about sometimes later because it's more complicated. But there will be this tactical element to enhance the speed of given competitor temporarily, and everyone will have 3 activations for each race. And there will be also another tactical element where each competitor can pick one of the 10 races where he can run at the full power of 350 kilowatts. Otherwise, everyone is capped at 300 kilowatts. This doesn't make necessarily the given person faster, but it gives more freedom on where to use the allocated energy. So it can bring some interesting tactics again. Next, what we have is a dynamic weather, as people were begging for some weather changes in the middle of the race. So we tried very hard to bring it, and this means that the race and in fact any session can go from dry to wet and vice versa. So when it goes from dry to wet, everyone will have to pit at the nearest occasion for the road tires. When it goes from wet to dry, the dry tires will not be enforced, but it will be sensible in most occasions. We also have a point system redesign. This means that top 20 will be rewarded with points, so there's more to fight for. And also, interesting gimmick that only top 8 results will count towards the championship. So if you have bad luck or some technical issues like one competitor had last time, you are still in the full contention for the championship. And last but not least, we have a small prize pool, so there's something to fight for. There will be a bit of money for the top 3 in 15, 10, 5 euros. And there will be a little bit of money for the clean driver again, as you are used from the last time. So that's my speech. And Pete, if you have any questions on or want to add anything.
I mean, I have a lot of questions, Michael. This is a proper series you put together here with a lot of different thought. Obviously, we're excited here at Sim Broadcast to cover all 5 rounds. But yeah, we could go on forever about this series. When are people going to be able to sign up for this, and where can they see a full breakdown of all of the things you just talked about?
Well, the sign-up thread and the rules and all the explanations will be available on the LFS forum, but it will be mostly starting by tomorrow because I was very occupied until this point. So This is something I kind of missed, but I hope we made some impression, so people will be interested even tomorrow.
I definitely think you made an impression. We will watch the trailer again at the end of the broadcast so that other people can pick up on some of the things they may have missed the first time they watched it, because there's a lot going on in that trailer to highlight some of especially the tactical elements and the new car, which looks absolutely fantastic. A lot of effort's gone into this, folks, so please consider signing up. And if you can't make any of the rounds, then just tune into the broadcast. We really appreciate it. Michael, thank you very much, and we'll look forward to round number 1 in 2 weeks' time.
It was a pleasure. I'm looking forward as well.
Thank you very much, Michael. Michael Malik there, introducing the E-Challenge. Yeah, awesome stuff. Next, we have one final thing to talk about, and it is the second edition of the Sim Broadcast's Soccer Cup. The Soccer Cup 2023 qualifiers are going to kick off on Saturday, the 28th of January, and the live stream tournament is going to happen on the following Sunday, the 29th. Sign-ups will open soon, and to talk all about it in the commentary box with me at the moment is Kid. Zdenek Sagash, how are you doing?
Hello, Pete. I'm doing fine, and I'm looking forward to reveal all the information.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We had a really good time the first time we ran this last year, and we're looking forward to doing it all over again in a slightly different way. We're going to have a qualifying day.
That's right. For this edition, we have prepared a qualification. Means that the tournament is open to more than 8 teams. Actually, the amount of teams is not limited. So put your teams together, and when the sign-ups open, just put your sign-up in. The qualification format is not yet known, but we have 3 possible ways it can go, and we will pick the one which will provide the least games played in the tournament, in the qualification tournament, that is. We will have at least 7 qualified teams, providing the reigning champions from the last edition sign up. If they do, they have their spot in the final 8 automatically booked. If not, we will have 8 qualifying spots. We will use the XFG E Electric again, as it proved a good choice for this event. No clutch, no burning clutch to be monitored all the time. At the same as Sim Broadcast TV Stadium as last time. Just a reminder, everyone has to have a S3 license for this event. And as you said, it will take place on 28th of January, that is for the qualifying tournament, and on 29th for the main playoffs. And the main tournament is straightforward knockout playoffs, which will be played with quarterfinals, semifinals, third place game, and final game. So if you are excited for this as we are, keep checking the LFS forums, and when the signups open, we are looking forward to see your signups in.
Absolutely. Thank you, Zdenek, for introducing that. It's going to be fun. And I wonder if we're going to get a few entries from the Argentina Turismo team. That will be fun to see. So if you're interested in that, then please, as Zdenek said, keep an eye on the LFS forum for announcements on our Soccer Cup 2023. Well, that was a lot filled into half an hour, but that is all she wrote for now. We hope you have a very happy 2023 from all of us here at Sim Broadcasts. We have announced the following series. We are going to be broadcasting the remaining 4 rounds of the Master Race Car Rallycross Championship. That's brought to you by Team Dipnoda and the MRC team. We're going to be broadcasting the 2 seasons of RTFR. Both have 10 rounds again this year, and RTFR Excel with 12 rounds, kindly sponsored by World Class Lines once again. We had Jari Katila on the show introducing that. We're going to be broadcasting 13 rounds of the Fragmasters GTI Thursday series. Zdravko Topolniak was here talking about that, and his Fox Endurance race on January 13th. 100 laps of Fernbay Black, that's going to be cool too. So please sign up on the LFS forum for that. Michael Malek introduced a very impressive looking 5-round championship, the Master Race Car E Challenge, with the new Gen 3 inspired car and some new tactical elements and a refreshed point system, etc. Check that out on the LFS forum when it releases. We'll play the trailer again at the end. And then, of course, the Sim Broadcast Soccer Cup, which is going to come to you at the end of January. That's just January, folks. We're going to have other announcements throughout the year, no doubt. And we hope you have a great year with us too. Thank you from all of us to all of you. Have a great one, and we'll see you very soon. Goodbye. Bye.